all the schedules are significantly disrupted. So sound stages, talent schedules, kind of all of that. So, but there was a lot of momentum early when we reopened in June with all the safety protocols and procedures, and then slowly, cautiously, gradually, and the momentum is there. And we now are just like, everybody's really firing at this point.
Well, I was amazed at, and I think this again is a credit to the California crews, because we had to put all these different protocols in. I mean, they were spending an enormous amount of money to have everyone tested 5 days a week, splitting us into different color-coded groups to, certain people could be on the set at this point, and then not. It was so seamless the way they kind of, I think it was our second AD. They're like, okay, you're now in charge of this COVID compliant situation, and all these, and people just kind of fell in line because they were happy to be back working. And, there was no screwing around. It was, and we also, which was a decision our production made, they said, we're not going to film more than 10 hours a day. So as not to exhaust the crew. And that's pretty unbelievable to do a 1 hour procedural show on network TV where we're only shooting 10 hours a day. I mean, we just cranked along, and it was all business. And I don't think we could have done that anywhere else.
Wow. Amazing. You cranked along like a soap opera, trying to get in.
Exactly. We had more than
80 pages of dialogue in one day.
Yeah.
Crazy. No, that's crazy. Well, I think entertainment production was uniquely suited to get up and running safely, quicker than some other sectors, because it's so precise, it's so highly choreographed. But there really was such a strong collective will. I kept hearing from so many different productions that were up and running, just how seriously everybody took this. You were only as good as the next person in your crew, in terms of how serious they were taking safety protocol.
Well, I think part of that is because the state of California, the way that they were just running for regular citizens. I mean, it was, I've got family in Florida, and I got family in Illinois, and everyone had a different world they seemed to be living in. And I think everyone out here was just used to, they were very hardcore, especially in LA County. And so they were kind of in that frame of mind that if we want to do this, we're really going to have to toe the line and follow the rules to make it happen. And, people want to be back working. They weren't looking to sit home and do nothing and collect checks. They want to be working.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I know. It was sort of a razor's edge there, just recognizing that we needed to get people back to work, get paychecks in their pocket, doing what they love to do, which is making television and film. Yet
the fans want new content. They've already binge watched everything. Like we need new content.
That is so true. There was a high demand for content leading into COVID-19 hitting, and now, I mean, that's just even kind of exponential at this point. Everybody's saying, get everyone back to work. We need more content. It's so true. It's so true. Well, okay. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate you being here. One question, and then I'm going to go into my quick lightning round with you. But I can't not conduct this interview without asking you, how is Biscuit? And could you...
Biscuit is fat. Biscuit is big.
Let me tell everybody who Biscuit is. So during kind of a deep quarantine here in California, some friends of ours, very good friends of Chris and Caroline, decided to surprise them with a special new addition to their already large family. And it was a small pig named Biscuit. So Biscuit is still in the family home, and
Biscuit's still here. Biscuit's is getting big. Biscuit, we have our hands full with Biscuit. I don't recommend giving your friends a pig as a gift without telling them. But given that it's been COVID and a pandemic and the kids are stuck home doing school online, it was kind of a fun thing. But I think that we will be looking for a comfortable retirement for Biscuit, somewhere where he can get out and run around and spread their hooves a little bit.
Exactly. Well, she gets along well with the dogs. The dogs might miss.
The dogs do not get. They used to get along well.
Oh, did they?
Biscuit's
okay.
Bigger than the dogs, and they don't like that.
Oh, I haven't seen her since her last growth. So
I don't know if you're in the market for a pig, but I'd be happy to drive Biscuit over for a tester.
Well, I did discuss with your incredible wife, Caroline, that maybe we could have a co-op for biscuits. So we could get a group of friends together. But I don't know, that didn't go over very well with some of the other friends who were like, no way, I'm not in for 5 weeks a year. It's not going to happen. So anyhow, oh my gosh. Well, it's great to have you here, Chris. It's really been terrific. I can tell you this as your friend, having you here for the last 12 years and coming into your next 13th season, being here in Los Angeles, and getting to see so much of you has been such a blessing to me and to my family. So happy to have you here.
I feel the same way, and you're right. It's you miss your family, you miss your friends, and that's part of being comfortable and being at home. And even if you're working crazy long hours, if you get to kiss your kids goodnight and every night and see your friends on the weekends, everything's manageable and doable.
It's so true. Here people want to stay with their families, and I say that we're in the business of making entertainment for families very often, but the process can pull families apart. So as much as we can keep people here in California, I know keep people close to their homes and with their families, I know it's greatly appreciated. But thank you so much. I've got a lightning round for you. Thank you. Okay. So you're ready for me? Okay. So Chris O'Donnell, guilty pleasure during the pandemic.
You mean besides martinis? A lot of TV. I mean, I watched a lot of television shows we ripped through. I like everybody was looking for new material.
All right, we're making more here in California. Favorite California filming location?
Favorite location? Getting to go to some of the iconic, Staples Center or the old Forum or the places where people kind of recognize it. I mean, that's part of the magic of the show is seeing Los Angeles. People around the world want to see what's going on in LA. So any of the really iconic ones and the beaches, of course. Great.
Favorite way to spend a Saturday night?
Probably at Carolwood Club. I mean, just for a little cocktail. No. Saturday nights are usually really mellow nights. Friday nights, seems like we have things going on, but by the time it's Saturday, we're so exhausted from chasing the kids around and keeping track of what they're doing that, hunkering down with a good meal and a little earlier to bed works pretty well.
With a little Caroline cooking. His wife's right. Excellent cook. One word to describe California.
It's one word. Amazing, I think, is about all I can give you. I always say that soaring over California ride at Disney is the greatest ride ever. You fly over and see all of this that this state has to offer. It's just, we were stuck in California during the pandemic shooting. They didn't want us to leave. If you're going to be stuck in one state, this is a pretty good state to be stuck in.
I completely agree. Favorite beach?
I think my favorite beach is in Carmel, right off the 10th hole at Pebble Beach. It's just incredible.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset. I'm gonna
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
I know the answer to this one, but cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Do you have a favorite classic movie?
It's a Wonderful Life has always been my number one. And then it's not necessarily classic, but it's old enough that I still think it's Cinema Paradiso. I think it's just, that gets me worked up every time.
So good. Okay, a profession other than your own that you would like to attempt?
I wish I could play instruments at a, really, I can't play anything. I'm envious of people that can sit down at a piano or a guitar and really play. And the fact that people make a living doing that is really incredible.
So true. Well, you're also an entrepreneur and excellent golfer. So, you can get to the music later. Yeah. Chris O'Donnell, thank you so much for being here today on Spotlight California.
Thank you for having me, Colleen. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks so much.